And welcome back, YouTube. This is Booster Box Buster here with another video. Today I got for you from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game Arc V Era, a Secrets of Eternity Booster Box unboxing. Now the tagline for this particular set is The Secrets of the Pit. Now, pit can be referring to many things. I mean, it could be referring to a barbecue pit, a cesspool pit, a mosh pit, or even the pits of hell. We don't know what pit it's talking about until we open up this booster box. We got this really interesting looking monster on the front, and yeah. That's about all the lore I'm going to get into. I believe this is the third or fourth set released in the Arc V era. Core set, I should say. And we still have a chance to get a Ghost Rare in this particular set, as they still made them for, I believe, a few sets after this one before they discontinued the Ghost Rare line altogether. That means we have a chance at a Ghost Rare. Should have, hopefully, Ultimate Rare in this box. So we have that to look forward to. And this is also before they implemented the one holo per pack rule. So you're not guaranteed a holo in every pack. Which honestly I like better, because then the holos have a little more special meaning to them. To where when you get one holo per every pack, it's not quite as special, in my opinion. Alright, so that's what the box would look like if it were to be sitting on a store shelf. Very cool, I like it quite a bit. I wish it was purple, though. I have something about purple boxes that I just love. It just really makes the box pop. That's why I love the Labyrinth and Nightmare set so much. Alright, so that is what a booster pack looks like. The exact same artwork that is featured on the front of the booster box. Without further introduction, let's get cracking packs. Honestly, I don't remember really what cards come in here. And this set was released pretty much right at the verge of my original quitting of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection and playing line, so I never really opened up any of these packs. I'm really excited to open some. So our first card is the Gogogo Golem, Golden form. Then we have Superheavy Samurai, Soul Beads. Raidraptor, Rise Falcon. Yuna Zombie. Is that supposed to be a throwback to Union monsters? Which, oh boy, that's a long time ago. You're talking, I think it was, what was it? Magician's Force. Our first rare is Doggy Diver. Ooh, we did get a holo right off the bat. It is a super rare, Good and Evil in the Burning Abyss. Very cool. So you got like a light and dark side, almost like a change of heart type style card there. This card is used to ritual summon Malakota, another Lord of the Burning Abyss. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field to a total level equals 6 or more. During the main phase, except this turn, this card was sent to the graveyard. You can manage this card to the graveyard and send one Burning Abyss monster from your hand to the graveyard, add one Burning Abyss card from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of Good and Evil Burning Abyss once per turn. So, okay, so if you have a monster that's a Burning Abyss monster that's just a dead card in your hand, you can send it to the graveyard, add any other Burning Abyss card in your deck to your hand. So it could be literally any magic card, trap card, or other monster card with the same, as long as it has Burning Abyss in it. That's kind of cool. It would be a lot more powerful if you could activate it the turn that this card was sent to the graveyard, but I can understand them wanting to stop potential loops, so that is probably a good idea they implemented that rule. Otherwise, it's just a good card to ritual summon, or not ritual summon, ritual summon that one monster. Very cool. I don't know much about Burning Abyss, so I don't know if this card would be particularly useful in it, but a search card is, from the graveyard especially, is never a bad thing. The Yosenju Maggot, Last Minute Cancel, and Dragunity Divine Lance. Very cool. Not a bad way to start. Go to super rare. Alright. On to our next one. We got Performapal, Fire, Muffler Lion. Interesting. So it's a lion with a muffler? How does that work? Gogogo Golem, Golden Form. Star Tellarknight, Capellar. Pendulum Shift. This is... Gagana? Malbranch of the Burning Abyss, so we got a Burning Abyss monster, very cool. Double Trap Hole. Infernoid Atondal. Mischief of the Gnomes. And Superheavy Samurai. Soul Piercer. Very cool. It's like just a powerful bow and arrow. Alright. Echo Oscillation. Very interesting name. Let me get a little bit closer. Sorry about that. Constellar Twinkle. Twinkle is just such a... When you think about it, twinkle is just such a funny word. Star Tellarknight, Capella. Pendulum Shift. The Performapal Trump Witch. Deskbot 003. Level Lifter. Raidraptor Vanishing Lanus. And Zen Mayday. Or Zen Mayday. The Zen Maydays were a very powerful archetype when they were first introduced. And then, as per usual, seems like almost every archetype has one really broken monster. It gets banned, and the archetype just goes straight down the hole. In that case, if I remember right, Zen Maydays had an infinite turn 0 hand loop that could pretty much wipe your opponent's hand right away, and your opponent literally can't play. So that one sucked. Superheavy Samurai, Soul Beads, Ritual Beast Ambusher, Raidraptor Rise Falcon, Explosum. Looks like he has a... I'm not gonna lie, this art just looks like he has a severe case of gas. Kokemiru. Oh, interesting to see them get some more support. They were set from, I think, 5Ds Overlord. Very cool. Oh. Nope, no hollow. Superheavy Samurai. Soul Piercer. Yosenju Maggot. Performapal Call. Spiritual Beast. Rampengu. Is that the last one? That is indeed the last one. Not quite a true penguin, but definitely of the penguin family. Unpossessed. There's one, I believe, common card. Oh, Gymnite Lapis. Very nice. I love normal monsters, so this is a fantastic pull for me. There is one common card that I really hope to pull because I know it's, in my opinion, a really decent card for a common. Gogogo Talisman. Raidraptor Readiness. Ooh. This is Dragoons of Draconian. Very cool. Dragoons of Draconia. That's a pendulum monster. Soul Strike. Toy Knight. Performapal. Part Naga. It's literally like a Naga snake. And Gigabyte. Now where's his counterpart? Gigawatts. It's spelled with a J instead of a G. Does that card exist? Gigawatt? Actually, that sounds like it'd be a Watt monster. Just be a normal monster and it says 1.21 gigawatts. Raidraptor Readiness. Unpossessed. Yosenju Suzuki? Is that how you say that? Suzuki? Interesting card. Wall of Disruption. Was this the one I liked? Yeah, this one's an interesting one. It's just a normal trap card, so it doesn't have anything too special to it. But it's essentially it pretty much deters your opponent from attacking. As it's almost like a minus 800 for all your opponent's monsters united we stand card. So pretty much you activate this card when your opponent monsters attacks. All your opponent's monster gets minus 800 for each monster card. Is it each monster? For each monster card they control. So if your opponent has a full slate of 5 monsters, they're losing, what would that be? 4,000 attack? They're losing 4,000 attack each. So, yeah, that your opponent would pretty much be like, oh, I'm not attacking the rest of this turn. So, not a bad card, I just wish it was a counter trap or a higher speed trap. You got UA Turnover Tactics as our rare. Ooh! Lightning Rod Lord for our second super rare. Level 4, Light Attribute, Thunder type effect, 1800 attack, 100 defense. Neither player can activate spell cards during main phase 1. Well, in my opinion, this guy is not really useful at all. There's many other better cards that stop spell cards. He is a level 4, so you could get him out on turn 1. He's a Thunder type, so Thunder type isn't a very common type, so you have that. 1800 attack ain't going to stop much nowadays. 100 defense is... piercing damage is just going to absolutely demolish this guy. And the fact that it just stops during main phase 1, yeah, it stops during before you can attack, but it's what's stopping it from just proceeding to main phase 2 and activating there. Completely, in my opinion, not even sideboard deck, just not even worth running. So that's not a very good super rare. I like the art though. I will say it has some pretty nice art going for it, so whatever that means. Infernoid, a Shaddoll, Performapal, Spikengale, and Raidraptor Vanishing Lannis. Very cool. There are a couple, actually, like I said, yeah. I was going to say there's a couple cards I want to pull, but that's not true. I have no idea what cards, as far as hollows, are in this set. I just hope, all I know is there's a possibility to pull a ghost rare, and that would be fantastic. Unizombie. Performapal Stamp Turtle. Legendary Maju Garzette. Morphtronic Smartion. It's just a smartphone. Oh, we got a Libic Male Branch of the Burning Abyss. Very cool. Infernoid, a Shaddoll. Mischief of the Gnomes. I love that art. Superheavy Samurai, Soul Piercer. Have this one multiple times already. And Infernoid. Payate? Interesting. So that's 2 supers down. I haven't hit our Ultra yet, so I'd like to hit an Ultra. Ultimate would be fantastic. Superheavy Samurai, Soul Beads, Raidraptor, Rise Falcon, Unizombie, Infernoid, oh boy, Seatsamas? I'm not quite sure. UA Playmaker, very cool. I love, UA in my opinion has to stand for Universal Athletes. Anybody else have an opinion? That's my opinion. Universal Athletes. Ooh. Why? So our first ultra rare of the box is upside down, and it's Callus, the Mega Monarch. Very cool art. Dark. Is that 8? Level 8? Interesting. 2800 attack, 1000 defense. Fiend effect. Oh boy, we got her. Buckle in, this is going to be a long one. You can tribute summon this card by tributing 1 tribute summon monster. If this card is tribute summoned, target 1 card on the field, banish it. If you do, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent. Then, if it is a dark monster, banish all cards with a name from the hand, main deck, extra deck, and graveyard of the player who controlled it. If this card was tribute summoned by tributing a dark monster, add the following effect. You can target 2 cards instead. Oh, okay. Dark monster banish all cards with a name. Okay. So you can not only banish a card, a monster. If it's a dark monster, you can get rid of all copies from that particular player's anything. And that's kind of cool. So if it's a particular problem card, you could just get rid of it and be like, oh, it's gone forever. And if it's a... And you also deal 1,000 damage to the player who controls that monster, so that's kind of cool. So it's burn damage. And then, if you tributed this guy by tributing a dark monster, you can activate that effect twice, burn up to 2,000 damage to your opponents, possibly completely card crush virus two of your opponent's monsters from the game if they're both dark type. That's kind of cool. Very specific though. If you're running a dark type deck, Monarch deck, this might be interesting. I don't know if he'd be main deck worthy though. If dark ever becomes a popular archetype to play against, like if there's a lot of dark type monsters floating around, this guy could be an interesting sideboard, but I still don't know if he's main deck worthy. Unless you specifically build a deck around this guy. Interesting, but very costly to get out. So this one could have some interest. Last minute cancel. Blaze Acceleration Reload and Toy Knight. On to the next pack. We got Ritual Beast Ambush, Performapal Fire Mufflion, Dododo Swordsman, Performapal Friend Donkey. Okay. Performapals were just always weird in my opinion. We got Farfa, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss, Yosenju Maggot, Performapal Call, Spiritual Beast Rampingu, love that name, Double Trap Hole. So we got 2 supers and ultra. Can we have the luck to pull a secret or an ultimate on the left hand side? Don't know. Constellar Twinkle, Star Tellarknight Capella, Pendulum Shift, Gogogo Golem Golden Form. Ooh, Gym Knight Lady Lapis Lazuli, very cool. Last minute cancel, Illusion Balloons, Despot 003, and Performapal Part Naga. Two packs left on the left hand. Ooh, Infernoid. Saitsamas. I think that's how you say it. Explosum. The really bad gassy possum. Wall of Anti-United We Stand. Yosenju Suzuki. UA Blockbacker. So that's supposed to be a defensive lineman. Ooh, Superheavy Samurai Trumpster. A Trumpeter. Superheavy Samurai Trumpeter. He is Earth, level 2 Fiend Tuner effect, 500 attack, 600 defense. Or 300 attack, 600 defense. Let's check his effect. If you have no spell trap cards in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. After this card was special summoned this way, you cannot special summon monsters from the rest of the turn except Super Heavy Samurai monsters. If this card is tributed to the tribute summon of a samurai monster, no, of Super Heavy Samurai monster, and sent to the graveyard, and you have no spell trap cards in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Okay. So if you start the game with this guy in your hand, he's good, then you contribute summon him for another special heavy samurai monster, and then summon him straight back out, and then you can possibly tuner or synchro summon into something. I'm not quite sure how the Superheavy Samurais work, but that's kind of the gist I'm getting from this guy, and it seems like he could be kind of an integral piece of the puzzle for Superheavy Samurai players if there's a good Superheavy Samurai tuner card out there, or synchro monster. I honestly don't know that off the top of my head, but it kind of seems familiar to Six Samurais, and I did play Six Samurais, so I know how that deck works. Seems pretty powerful because you could literally turn 0 in your hand, start with him, summon him, tribute a 5 or 6/1 monster into him, send him to the graveyard because you still have no trapper. Yeah, because you have no trap or spell cards in there. Bring him back out, and then tuner into level 7 or 8 Synchro Monster, as long as it's Super Heavy Samurai, and you're good to go. Turn 1, you just pulled off a pretty cool combo. But once again, I don't know if there's any good Synchro summons for Super Heavy Samurais. So, Super Heavy Samurai decks only, and possible integral are possible sideboard material. Performapal Spike Goal, Raidraptor Vanishing Lannis, and Super Heavy Samurai Soul Piercer. Alright. Last pack on the left-hand side. We got Gem Knight Lapis, the second one, very happy. Gogogo Talisman. Raidraptor Readiness. Echo Oscillation. Void Expansion. And... Ooh! Nice. That is Nekroz of Gungear. Ultimate Rare Ritual Summon Monster. Fantastic pull. Love it. That art is fantastic. And I love the circle effect going around in there. Is that a 7? Level 7? Spellcaster, 2500 attack, 700 defense. Let's read it. You can ritual summon this card with any Nekroz ritual spell card. Must be ritual summoned without using any level 7 monsters that cannot be special summoned by any other ways. Or no, must be ritual summoned without using any level 7 monsters and cannot be special summoned by any other ways. You can only use each of these effects of Nekroz Gungear once per turn. During either player's turn, you can discard this card, then target one Nekroz monster you control that cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects this turn. In either player's turn, you can discard one Nekroz card, then target one card on the field, destroy it. So the fact that it can target magic, trap, or monsters without second effects, not bad. Its first effect, it has to sacrifice itself to give protection to one Nekroz monster you control. And it cannot be destroyed by anything for the remainder of that turn. The second effect's pretty good. The first effect is questionable. I guess if you're doing an all-out final assault, it could help. But at the same time, or I guess if your opponent activates a speed spell 2 or lower, you could probably chain this and save a monster from getting destroyed. if it's a really integral piece. But I'd probably rather want to save Nekroz gun gear, because they probably have a higher attack at that point. I don't know. Very situational, but very interesting card, and I love the holo effect. Fantastic ultimate rare pull. I'm very happy with it. Zenmade, Infernoid, and Level Lifter. That was the last card on the left-hand side. Let's now start the right-hand side. We got 3 supers, an ultra, and ultimate. Should hopefully get another ultra, a secret, a couple of more supers, and if we're lucky, really, really lucky, a ghost. Gogogo Talisman, Morphtronic Smartphone, Performapal Fire Muffler Lion, Yosenju Suzuki. This is Raidraptor Nest, Yosenju Maggot, Performapal Part Naga, Dragunity Divine Lance, and Blaze Acceleration Reload. Still have not gotten that one common that I'm hoping to pull. I think it's a common. It's a very solid common. Surprised it's so cheap online. Wall of Disruption, Yosenju Suzuki, Ritual Beast Ambush, Performapal Fire Muffler Lion, UA Playmaker, a second one, Infernoid, a Tondel, Toy Knight, Spiritual Beast Rapingu, and Gigabyte. Oh, there it is! This card, I think, is better than people... Either people are overlooked it, or I'm just seeing something that's not there. It is Extra Net. If a monster or monsters is special summoned from the extra deck, the opponent of the player that controls that special summon card apply this effect, draw 1 card. So basically, if it's a very special summon heavy format and you're playing a rogue deck, this could be very helpful. Because think about it. You play this as a... I believe that's field spell if I remember right. And then every time your opponent special summons a monster during that turn, when the effect resolves, you gain a card. You draw a card. And if your opponent goes into like a special summon extra deck combo wombo, you get to draw a lot of cards. It's almost like a magic form of... What is it? Oh, that one card. It's basically the one that you activated that turn, then every time your opponent special summons, you get to draw a card. Now this one specifically says extra deck, but there's still a lot of extra deck summons in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So, very underrated card in my opinion. Gym Knight Lapis, Dododo Swordsman, Performapal Friend Donkey. This is Gotham's Second Call, Void Seer, super rare spell card, quick play. Target 1 Infernoid monster you control. The target is unaffected by opponent's cards affected this turn. If an Infernoid monster you control will be destroyed by this card effect, you can banish... By a card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead of destroying one of those monsters. Its graveyard effect's pretty good. You can basically get rid of it instead of having one of your Infernoid monsters get destroyed. And it protects one of your Infernoid monsters for the turn from all opponents' effects. It's not bad. It pretty much gives you a chance from being negated or destroyed or being able to attack freely for the turn. I don't know if it's worth main decking. It could see some side deck potential, and it is a spell, counter spell, or a quick spell. So it does have some potential. You can use it on your opponent's turn, so that does help. I don't know if it's main deck potential, but it is definitely at least side deck. Think about it. Potentially main deck if you can work some sort of rush attack or build up turn around this card. Performapal Spike Eagle, Dododo Witch, and Marimiting Captain. Gogogo Talisman, Performapal Stamp Turtle, Infernoid Sightsaman, Explosum. This is Libic, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. I think I pulled that one already. Dododo Witch, Illusion Balloons, Superheavy Samurai's Soul Piercer, and Performapal Call. I'm really excited about that gun gear, though. That is... I just love that art. It looks fantastic in Ultimate Rare. We got Pendulum Shift, Constellar Twinkle, Echo Oscillation, Performapal Stamp Turtle. Ooh. Dance Princess of the Nekroz. Looks pretty cool. I like that card. Gigabyte. I love that name. Raidraptor Vanishing Lannis. Another card art I love, Mischief of the Gnomes. And Qliphort. I think that's the first one I pulled of that. Interesting. Still no secret. I'm hoping we do pull a secret. You're not guaranteed a secret in these old boxes, or older boxes. Although the chances were high. Performapal Friend Donkey, Constellar Twinkle, Echo Oscillation, Raidraptor Rise Falcon. This is Nekroz Cycle, very cool looking card. Dragunity Divine Lance, Performapal Spike Eagle, Qliphort, and Blaze Accelerator Reload. Ghost Rare? Maybe? Lucky? Probably not. Explosum, Performapal Fire Muffler Lion, Gogogo Golem Golden Form, Tellarknight, Capella, Dragon Dowser. Interesting. Oh, it's like a hypnotizing thing. That's kind of cool. Tellarknight Regal. Level 4, super rare, light, warrior effect, 1900 attack, 700 defense. If this card is summoned, you can target one Tellarknight monster on the field. It gains 500 attack, but it is but send it to the graveyard during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Star Teller Regal once per turn. So it gains a 500 quick attack boost. It looks like it could target itself too, so that's kind of nice. But it gets sent to the graveyard at the end of the turn, unless you can sacrifice it in some way, which you probably will do. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn, unless... Do Star Tellarknights play from the graveyard at all? I'm not familiar with this archetype, so I have no idea if they play from the graveyard heavy or not. By the name Star Tellarknight, it might be able to play from the graveyard, or it might have some sort of crazy graveyard combo. I'm not sure. I have to look into the archetype to see if it's worthy or not. Just by pure effect by itself, it's not really that great. And it's only Tellarknight, so you can use it at all. But maybe if there's some sort of crazy combo, but in my opinion, it's probably not even worth side decking. So this one would be a binder only card. Infernoid Atandal, Toy Knight, and Spiritual Beast Rapingu. Hopefully one more ultra rare. One more secret rare. And we're getting kind of close to the end, so I'm getting a little bit weary of our chances of any sort of Ghost Ridges evaporating into thin air. Morphtronic, Smart Fawn, Performapal Fire Muffler Lion, Yosenju Suzuki, Pendulum Shift, Dragoons of Draconia, very cool card. Oh, there's our second Ultra. So we hit... I think we got pretty much all the Supers, all the Ultras. We're just hoping for our secret now. So we got Swordsman of Revealing Light. They made a monster card of Swords of Revealing Light, huh? Oh boy, 2, 4, 6. Is that an 8? Level 8? Ooh, that's a big boy. Only... And it has less defense than Labyrinth Wall. 0 attacks, 2400 defense. Let's read it. Warrior effect. When an opponent monster declares a direct attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, and this card's defense is higher than the attacking monster's attack. Destroy that attacking monster. An XYZ monster that was summoned using this card on the field as XYZ material gains this effect. Each turn, the first time this card would be destroyed in battle, it is not destroyed. So it says special summon this card from the hand, but it doesn't specify defense or offense, so do you get to choose? Because obviously I choose defense all day. On second note, if it's a tie, then nothing happens, right? No, everybody just goes back home all sad. If this guy lasts long enough for you to be able to get an XYZ material off, its effect even isn't all that great, because it only stops from being destroyed by battle. If it was destroyed, period, it'd be great, because then they could protect from any type of effects, like monster, magic, trap. But just by battle, probably ain't going to last that long anyway. In my opinion, not the greatest card. It's nice you can be able to special summon a level 8, but your opponent has to declare a direct attack into you, and you have to hope that it's by a monster with less than 2400 attack, or you have some sort of magic or trap card setup that can get him to less than 2400 attack. In my opinion, you have to build a deck not around this guy, but with this guy as part of the engine. Very specific. I would say this guy's probably not worth really running in 99% of decks out there, but you could probably make some sort of stall ancient deck with this guy in mind, and maybe have some fun with him. So not a great ultra rare pull in my opinion. Zenmade, Yosenju Maggot, and Last Minute Cancel. We got Wall of Disruption, Superheavy Samurai, Soul Beads, Ritual Beast Ambush, Raidraptor Rise Falcon, Raidraptor Nest. Ooh, that's a sparkly card. So we got our secret of the box, Nephi Shaddoll Fusion. So this is going to be a Shaddoll card. This will be a spell card, field spell. Let's read its effect. Activate this card by declaring one attribute. Equipped only... Oh, wait, is that equipped? That might be equipped. Sorry about that. That's equipped. Equipped only to a Shaddoll monster, and if it becomes that attribute, or then it becomes that attribute. During your main phase, you can fusion someone with Shaddoll. Fusion monster from your extra deck, use a monster from your hand or your side as the field as fusion materials. Including the equipped monster, you can only use this effect in Nephi Shaddoll Fusion once per turn. Very specific Shaddoll only equip spell. I don't know if it's really worthy being secret rare. It's nice that you can make it any attribute in case that particular fusion card requires a specific attribute. But you can only equip it to Shaddoll monsters, right? Yeah, you can only equip it, so it's 100% useless out of Shaddoll decks, so that very narrows it to Shaddoll decks only, or Shaddoll hybrids decks. And it's... I don't know. In my opinion, it's more of an ultra rare level, not a secret rare level. I love the art, but once again, it's kind of a miss for me. Maybe side deck material, unless you're focused on using a specific setup to get your fusions out. My opinion, side deck material, or you got to kind of work it into your engine as a particular useful card. Illusion Balloons, Superheavy Samurai, Soul Piercer, and Performapal Call. Now we got 3 packs left. I'm guessing that we probably aren't going to get any more Supers, Ultras, Secrets. Let's just see what rare cards we get. Maybe we'll get a nice new rare. Gymnite Lapis, Dododo Swordsman, Performapal Friend Donkey, Gogogo Talisman, Farfa, Malbranch of the Burning Abyss, Gigabyte, I love that card, Deskbot 003, Level Lifter, and Raidraptor Vanishing Lannis. Last 2 packs. Infernoid Sightsaman, Raidraptor Readiness, Unpossessed, Yosenju Suzuki, Tenacity of the Monarchs, that's a new one, love that art. Performapal Spike Eagle, Requate, Blaze Accelerator Reload, and Dododo Witch. Last pack. Do we have the last pack magic to get us that ghost rare? Like I said, probability says 99.9% chance of a no. But I could always dream, and you can't take that away. The moment you take dreaming away, it's the moment you're not living anymore. Alright, last pack. Let's see what we get. We got Constellar Twinkle, Echo Oscillation, Performapal, Stamp Turtle. Extra Net, a fantastic card in my opinion. So, we got UA Turnover Tactics as our final rare. We're going to go back now because see if we can kind of build up the mystery. Performapal, Part Naga, Toy Knight, and Soul Strike as our final common of the box. Possible final common. Do we have any last hollow magic? And the final card of this booster box is... Oh, bad break. Infernal Hayate. Unfortunately, no ghost rare, but honestly, I wasn't expecting to pull one. I was just hoping. And honestly, not the best assortment of cards, but we did get some fun ones, and I absolutely love that ultimate rare. So honestly, that makes up for some of the lesser rares of the box. Let's just take a look at the hollows we got. Our secret was the Nephi Shaddoll Fusion. Our ultra was Swordsman of Revealing Light. I love the callback to a classic card, but the card itself is just not all that great. A Super Tellarknight Regal, in my opinion once again, binder only card. Void Seer, possible side deck. Superheavy Samurai, Trumpeter. Could definitely see some main deck Engine as one of the main engine cards of the deck. Ultra Rare, Caius the Mega Monarch. Absolutely love that art. Lightning Rod Lord, binder only card, but love the art once again. And Good and Evil in the Burning Abyss, a very nice Search from the Graveyard card. And of course, the star of the booster box, and in my opinion, an absolute, just great art, pretty decent card, and amazing hollow effect goes to Nekroz of Gungear. Absolutely love that card. Ultimate rare. With all that said, this has been Booster Box Buster, opening up a Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V Secrets of Eternity booster box. Signing out.